Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to Canon SX Apron. Welcome to our kitchen. It's time to make some bread. Let's get started. I've got everything laid out here that I think I need. No guarantees, but I think I've got everything out here. Plus I've got some butter over here that I've already melted. Let's get started on the banana bread. There's a stick of butter. I've melted that. But, I'm gonna slice up these bananas. They could be a little more ripe. I would prefer they were, but it's okay. I use 2 bananas. You can use 3 if you like the really strong banana flavor. This is a recipe that I have been using for a very long time. I don't even know how many years, you all. But I'm gonna slice these up to help the process in our mixer. Just gonna put those in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 eggs to the mix as well. I'm pitching all of my discards over here into the sink. So you all see me reaching over there a lot, throwing things off to the side. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing this butter and the eggs and the bananas. Try to break these bananas down just a little bit. We're gonna do half a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and put some sugar in here. I would typically rather put all brown sugar in, but somebody didn't get the brown sugar that she needed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do half a cup of the white sugar. We're just gonna let all this cream together, and then see if I can't put some of this brown sugar in there too. Again, now y'all know I'm not used to buying brown sugar. I usually get Swerve, something like that. So I didn't think nothing about getting it. And just a little more. I think I'll put just a little bit more of the granulated white in there. I just threw that in the floor. Oh well, it's okay. Just a little bit more. But it would typically be a cup of brown sugar, or you can use a cup of the white if you don't like brown sugar. And we're gonna let that keep on mixing in together. See how our bananas are broken down? I like doing it like this because you still have just a little bit of chunks of banana that will go throughout the bread. So, okay. You can put walnuts in this if you want to. I don't think I'm going to this time. But if you wanted to, you put like a 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts, or you can put pecans in it if you want to. Whatever your favorite nut is. Now, I'm going to put 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour in there. And then we're also going to put a teaspoon of baking powder in there. Or baking soda, rather. Not powder, soda. We're going to go with 1 1/4 cups. And we're going to turn that back on low. Of all-purpose flour. And last thing I'm going to add to it is some ground nutmeg. And you don't have to put the nutmeg if you don't like it. I'm putting about 1/4 teaspoon in there. Y'all know it's hard to measure this stuff when you're used to just grabbing it and slinging it in there, you know, so you don't really measure it that much that often. You just don't. Now we're going to scrape the sides down. Make sure we got this all mixed up, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some nonstick spray on my bread pan. Just one more little bit of a mix. When I do my bread, I'll go ahead and put nonstick spray on the pan, and then I'm going to cut some parchment paper to fit just inside because it keeps it from burning and makes it a whole lot easier to get that bread out of here. So let me grab that and I'll be right back. And this is going to bake in that preheated 350-degree oven for probably 50 minutes to 50 to 60 minutes. So yeah, you just do the test where you take your see, just like that. But you do the test where you take your toothpick or straw, something like that, just stick it down in there, make sure it's done all the way through, and then I like to let it sit in the pan until it completely cools, and then I'll put it on a rack. But let me spray this. Spray them both, just like that. Right, now let's get this off of here. And now, before I pour it in, I'm gonna scrape that bowl again, and scrape all along the bottom here. You see those bits of banana in there, those little chunks of banana? That'll break down some. If you want it mashed completely, that's fine. Some folks don't like it like that, but that's how we like it here in my household. So let's get all this poured in there. And it's one loaf. You can always double it or triple it, however many loaves you want. I've never made any of my breads and froze them, just so you know. So I can't tell you if it freezes well, because I don't know. I've always just made them fresh, and you know. Now after I get these made and they cool down completely, I'll leave the parchment paper on there, and I will wrap it up with plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator until we're ready to slice them. There is the banana bread. About an hour, we'll get it out and see what it looks like. Okay, the timer went off for my banana bread, so let me get it out and let's see if it's done. Oh, look how pretty. Isn't it pretty? Ooh, it smells divinely delicious, I must tell you. Okay, we're gonna poke it. And I'm going like right in the center here. Okay, it's still got just a little bit of the batter on it. I'm gonna put it back in for 5 minutes, but I'm not gonna cook it. I'm not gonna bake it any longer than that. Just 5 minutes. But ain't that a pretty loaf of bread? Okay, time to get that one out. We're gonna let this one sit here and cool down. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.